Hello, I'm going to share my vlog so that I can show you my evidence for Standard 10. Standard 10 is school improvement. Effective educational leaders act as agents of continuous improvement to promote each student's academic success and well-being. Guiding question number 1 asks, how does an effective leader use methods of continuous improvement to achieve the vision, fulfill the mission, and promote the core values of the school? The first thing I chose was the my school's Roosevelt Comprehensive School Plan. In Roosevelt's Comprehensive School Plan, let's take a look at that. You would see that the plan talks about the following improvements that needs to be made. And this is a living document. We talk about shared leadership. We speak about, the plan speaks about progress for monitoring. And the action plans that would be done. Engagement of families and community members to support student learning. And the action plan. So for each improvement skill that needs to be done, like the increased feeder school enrollment, there's an action plan involved. Culture of achievement, progress monitoring, etc. So what I did, I looked at the school improvement plan and what has happened throughout the year at Roosevelt is that we created surveys, and the surveys asked the staff, what are some of the things that's needed? What are some of the supports that are there that's working and some that are not? Let us know more about that. So I used those surveys, and also I came up with my priorities. So priority 1 talks about family engagement. And this priority helps increase the number of families that participate at Roosevelt, and also increase the number of teachers' participation. And the teachers are going to drive the parents to come and support the school. The other one is the Global Studies Committee that focuses on the school's mission and vision. That says, part of it says that Roosevelt is a global studies campus. So how do we do that? How is that shown at Roosevelt? The third is risk management, and so that the school is focusing on safety. And the last one is the Work Together Wednesdays. The Work Together Wednesdays focuses on the whole child. We are going to look at the PARCC scores and making sure that there's an increase in the PARCC scores by supporting students' diversity, because between the Latinx students and the African American students, and to ensure collaboration between both of those groups. Guiding question 2 asks, how does an effective leader develop technically appropriate systems of data collection, management analysis, and use, connecting as needed to the district office and external partners for support in planning, implementation, monitoring, feedback, and evaluation? And I chose the Aspen notes. So in Aspen, we, students and staff, teachers and staff, put all of this information about grades into this Aspen. Aspen is used for documenting, as you can see down here, behaviors of the child. So every teacher can go into Aspen and see what other teachers have written about this child or about any student that they have. The next documentation here talks about the social emotional, you know, inputs of student progress, okay? Social workers go into here, teachers, psychiatrists. We use this document to do Kid Talk. So Kid Talk is during the PLC, we have a little part where the teachers talk to each other about particular students. Students are doing well, students are not, that need more support. So we talk about that. And we use this document here to show everything about the student. Whatever home visits that were recorded, whatever parental meetings that were had, whatever student meetings, etc., whatever call homes. This document, everybody can go in there and use this document to support the child. Another document for evaluation, another document is a document for evaluation. And this is the CSC, self-reflection. And this is my first time putting that into this program. I will go back and see if it's needed anywhere else. But the CSC is a way of Roosevelt evaluating teachers on their priorities. So this evaluation form, at the end of the year, teachers are evaluated on their participation to school community. So this is part of what it looks like, right? Did you support family engagement? Did you support parents? What initiatives did you take as a teacher? And you get graded on that. Now you don't have to do anything, or you can, there are 4 levels, level 1 through 4. You can do nothing, or you can choose to do something and get a level 2, or you can choose to do go over and beyond and get a level 4. It all depends on the teachers. Some teachers have time to do that, some teachers have no time, right? And so this documentation though, if you want the money for the impact, you want to get a 4 on this. Coupled with this documentation, the ratings that you get for classroom observations, both of them added together, percentages of each, will give you the score you need on your impact. I think I did very well on my impact this year. Okay, so guiding question number 3. How does an effective leader develop and manage relationships with feeder schools and connecting schools for enrollment management and curricular and instructional articulation? Well, our feeder school is McFarland, and McFarland sits at the back of Roosevelt High School. The students of McFarland visit Roosevelt and they participate. So this is a Black History event I did at the school, in which I invited the Roosevelt students to participate. Roosevelt students, the McFarland students, would usually sit at the very top of in the balcony. We do not mix the middle school students with the high school students, so the top is usually reserved for the McFarland students. We also do virtual tours. So there are virtual tours, pictures coming soon, if I can get them, of McFarland students and parents getting taught a tour for the Roosevelt building. Also, the leader of the special education committee for Roosevelt, they do an articulation meeting with Roosevelt special ed department, the head, and those 2 leaders talk about incoming students, and they talk about the strengths and weaknesses of those incoming students. The IEP is reviewed and classes are created based off of their conversations. And in DCPS, there is no one particular method of doing this. So I think this would be a lovely implementation for somebody who's working on the district level. What happens is that the parent drop off the IEP at the school. Because DCPS is a lottery system, we do not necessarily get students from McFarland. McFarland students go different places, but whoever is left, there is a roll-off period in which sometime in August, in which everybody that's not, that did not go anywhere else, so a different school, gets enrolled at Roosevelt. At that point, the SPED teacher would look to see in Aspen what that student's IEP is and work from there, like, you know, almost backward tracked. The school improvement plan. So the last priority is how did the leader implement the priorities of the school improvement plan, and how was the this implementation presented to key stakeholders with the within and outside the school to communicate changes and gather feedback. So what I did, I looked at the school improvement plan. And we went over the school improvement plan. And the school improvement plan talked about all the things Roosevelt needed to do. Then I created a school improvement plan. This is the one I created. I talked about Roosevelt's mission and vision, and then I looked at the priorities that I wanted to set up based on my position at the school, okay? So based on my position as geometry leader, I will say, okay, good, perfect. I'm definitely gonna work with math. And I worked with the leaders that wanted to help me. So leaders that wanted to work with me. So I created a PD for risk management because I thought based on my experience that I felt very threatened by the lockdown procedure and fire drills. So I wanted to definitely do that one. I wanted to talk about different things I asked the principal about. So I asked the principal, he looked at the information that I was given. Then he spoke to the AP that is now my advisor, AP Powell, and both of them talk about my priorities, and they approved it. I spoke to leaders, like I mentioned. So if you look at this video, you see that I met with this one here. I met with different leaders as to, you know, how could we move forward in, for instance, the mission and vision statement. And from that, I was able to create the family engagement priority, the global studies committee priority, the risk management PD priority, and the work together Wednesday priority. And guys, thank you for allowing me to share. And that is my evidence for standard 10.